Hey everyone, my name's Chris Lambert. On this channel, we talk Kanye West, and today we're talking Kanye and Lil Durk, specifically Lil Durk's song Kanye Krazy, and some of the references in the music video and whether or not it is respectful or disrespectful. Like, how should we be reading this? Because you can take it as like an ode, right? Like, this is to Kanye, Kanye's crazy, but we love him kind of thing. Or you could take it as a little more sarcastic, a little more condescending, like Kanye's crazy, and let's make a song about it. And people are, of course, going to look at it as good or bad, right? It's like the glass half full of water, which is a reference I use on here all the time with Kanye lyrics. But you're going to read into it one way or read into it another. You're not going to think it's as bad as other people, or you're going to think it's worse than what other people think. This video came onto the radar a couple days ago as they shared some behind the scenes footage from it. So you could see Durk in the I Love It video outfit and in the Runaway outfit. And it's directed by Cole Bennett, who's become one of the premier hip hop music video makers. And so there's some hype to this. And I did see on Twitter people saying, like, oh, Durk's tight with Drake, so this is going to be insulting to Kanye, or, well, Durk's tight with Drake, but he also likes Kanye, so this is going to be, there's already the debate raging. So you can see here that it has the title sequence, and then we go into the Runaway homage with Durk wearing the classic Kanye outfit, even having the ballerinas come. So it's just like straight up from the music video. And the fidelity to the images from the Kanye music video is really top notch and high end. Like, that is pretty much the exact same angle from the Runaway movie. And then we have I Love It, which you just have Durk, you know? Couldn't find somebody else to come in and do some ad-libs or something and have them in the Lil Pump outfit, but I guess if it's so focused on Kanye, you just keep it focused on Kanye. And then we have the MAGA hats version of Kanye just giving a speech. I guess OTF is probably Durk's brand, fashion line, something like that. Now, this was really impressive to me. They got the lighting down almost exactly. So shout outs Cole Bennett and team for recreating Nick Knight's work here, because it really does look like visually just great. And then you have back to graduation era Ye with the stunner shades, right? And then you ain't got the answers sway, and he's doing the hand gestures and like the same exact hand gestures and like touching sway on the arm, which is pretty funny. And then Taylor Swift interruption, of course, which looks like cheaper done, right? Because it's just the backdrop and the staging, but the outfits go all out, and even does the famous points, which was really funny. And then we have the Sunday service Kanye just jamming on the piano. This is probably the one that's the least like everything else, right? You can see that it's not the same kind of space. It's far fewer people. He's not even doing like the same like position on the piano that's just Ye rocking, or the keyboard. And then lastly, we have the Heartless video, which looks really awesome as well. Well, not lastly, but the last one we can show. He goes into the famous video and just shows him in bed with all the women, which is a funny take on it, because instead of having the wax figures of men and women and having it be the famous celebrities, it's just Durk in bed with a lot of women, which is at once a homage to the video, but also him saying like, this is how I live, a little bit, turning it a little bit more into a flex. And then you have the St. Pablo, or Life of Pablo text for directed by Cole Bennett, late registration, college dropout fonts. And then lastly, the Ye font for the rest of the team. So that's the video. Looking at the lyrics now, you can see that there's not, I mean, there are Kanye references throughout. It's a really short song. And you get, I messed up so many times, would you bless me again? Which feels kind of Kanye related, as he talks about getting canceled constantly, but everybody loving him and getting second chances. So that feels in line with Kanye and when Kanye goes crazy, whether it's on saying what Bush doesn't care about black people, or the Taylor Swift interruption, or the second feud with Taylor Swift in 2016, or the mental breakdown on stage, or everything in 2018 and everything in 2020. That line feels relevant to there. But the rest of the verse just feels vague enough that it could be part of any song. You went through what I went through, you would feel desperate to win, you got statements on your dog, you would threat with a pen. Couple nights I wrote strike because they was changed in the VIN, and I drink a ginger ale, that's what I take with my 10. I say this one last time, then I'll take it again. Is you with me or not? Or is you with me or you not? But it ain't gonna say it again. Get a second chance with promises, don't break it again. So stays really vague in general, but the chorus, I'm going Kanye crazy, Kanye crazy, Kanye crazy, I'm going Kanye crazy. And this is where like a little bit of the duality comes in, because saying I'm going Kanye crazy is one thing, but when you start repeating just Kanye crazy, it starts sounding like a descriptor, like I'm going crazy like Kanye, to just a statement, Kanye's crazy, which might be me reading too much into it, and that might not be the intention at all. But I just watched Shutter Island, and they talk about how, you know, they label you as crazy, and then anything you do, they say, oh, you're just being crazy. Like any kind of paranoia or any kind of like general distrust of the system becomes part of that. So I could see somebody being like, oh, you're just a Kanye stan, and that's why you're reading it off that way. But it's also written in such a way to give that coverage if it is being disrespectful. Like, no, I'm just saying I'm going Kanye crazy. Not that Kanye's crazy, but Kanye is kind of crazy, isn't he? I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. But in the second verse, you ain't got the answer, sway, which is a much more direct reference to Kanye. I be claiming I'm the realest like any other day. The feds got and went in the camera inside his Cartier. Trying not to bring up shit you did. You gotta concentrate. They don't be thinking about handcuffs no more. They try and kill me. I won't put no trust in you. You gotta feel me. Bringing all my K's. I had to seal it. Kanye crazy, but this the real me. So that's the other line. So we get you ain't got the answer, sway, as the first real Kanye reference in this song, aside from like going Kanye crazy, but in terms of like the lyricism. And then Kanye crazy, but this is the real me. And this is where it starts to tilt a little more like, is this disrespectful? Because he's saying, you know, Kanye's just crazy. Like the dude's just crazy, you know, he is what he is, but this the real me. I don't know if that's him. There's a differentiation there, right? Not just like Kanye's crazy and so am I, putting them on the same level, in which point you could read it as a little bit more honoring or a little bit more respectful, but just saying like, he's crazy, but this is the real me. Like, you see, like that guy's out there, but I'm just being me. As in Kanye's no longer himself, he's gone crazy. So, final verdict leaning a little more disrespectful than respectful, especially if you just say Kanye crazy and then go back into the chorus of I'm going Kanye crazy, Kanye crazy, Kanye crazy, Kanye crazy. It just sounds like you're calling Kanye crazy. And if you want to drive a crazy person crazy or just make anybody feel like they're crazy, you keep saying like, oh, I'm not calling you crazy. I'm just saying I'm going Kanye crazy. Yeah, I say Kanye crazy 20 times on the song, but no, you're overreacting, Kanye. I don't. Chris, am I overreacting? I'm probably overreacting. I'm overreacting. Okay. Anyway, that's it. I mean, the video, I like the shout outs on the video. It was cool to see, but the lyrics still leave me a little more questioning about the intent of the song. But I will say in the video, at least, I didn't get anything in the way of that kind of condescension. So maybe that is me reading into it, because you think if that was the tone they were going to take, they would maybe make a little bit more of a hint of it in the video rather than keeping it as honoring as it is. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. Am I the one going crazy here, or is there a little bit more of an edge to this song than what it seems? Let's discuss. And then also our podcast, Watching the Throne, a lyrical analysis of Kanye West, is leaving Patreon only and going back to being available on all platforms, the full coverage of Kanye's discography. Right now, we only have the college dropout season, but on February 1st, in just 2 days, everything from Yay, Kids See Ghost, Jesus is King will be available, and we're going to start putting out our late registration 2.0 season. We've also already started recording our graduation season, so you can follow along with late registration 2.0 as we release 2 episodes a week over the rest of February, and then graduation should start in March. Leading into, of course, the 2.0 episodes of 808's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Yeezus, and The Life of Pablo. So check it out if you haven't heard our podcast. It is game-changing in terms of how you listen to Kanye's music. So I highly recommend. And you can listen to it on any platform, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, what is it, Tidal, and any of the others. So just search Watching the Throne, a lyrical analysis of Kanye West. And until next time, stay wavy and keep it loopy. Cheers.